The NBA just got the best and worst news of the summer, all in one headline. After a terrifying blood clot diagnosis that had fans fearing the worst, Victor Wembanyama is officially cleared to return. His blood clot? Completely gone. For Spurs fans, it's a miracle. For NBA fans, it's a reason to celebrate. But for the rest of the league, it's time to panic. Because Victor isn't just coming back. He's coming back more dangerous, more focused, and more unstoppable than ever before. And today, we're breaking down exactly why this comeback isn't just big news. It's the kind of news that changes everything for the NBA. Let's take it back to February 2025, a day Spurs fans won't forget. Just after an electric All-Star weekend where Wemby proved he belonged among the game's elites, he came back to San Antonio with a shocking diagnosis, a blood clot. Suddenly, the excitement surrounding Wembanyama's sophomore breakout turned into fear. Fear that his career could be cut short before it even began. It wasn't just random fan paranoia either. Everyone's mind went straight to Chris Bosh, a player who went from perennial all-star to early retirement, all because of a similar health scare. Bosh had gone from playing in NBA Finals to sitting in press conferences fighting tears, explaining that life-threatening blood clots had ended his playing days. For Wemby, it wasn't just a basketball issue, it was life and death. And when those reports surfaced, the entire basketball world held its breath.
Most young stars would have crumbled. They would have gone into hiding, stayed glued to the team facility, or worse, lost the hunger entirely. But Wemby? He disappeared, yes, but not to hide. He disappeared to transform. Social media exploded when footage surfaced of Victor, not in a gym, not in some private mansion, but at a Shaolin monastery in China. No designer clothes, no fancy courts, just dirt, stone, sweat, and discipline. The NBA just got the best and worst news of the summer, all in one headline. After a terrifying blood clot diagnosis that had fans fearing the worst, Victor Wembanyama is officially cleared to return. His blood clot? Completely gone. For Spurs fans, it's a miracle. For NBA fans, it's a reason to celebrate. But for the rest of the league, it's time to panic. Because Victor isn't just coming back, he's coming back more dangerous, more focused, and more unstoppable than ever before. And today, we're breaking down exactly why this comeback isn't just big news, it's the kind of news that changes everything for the NBA. Let's take it back to February 2025, a day Spurs fans won't forget. Just after an electric All-Star weekend where Wemby proved he belonged among the game's elites, he came back to San Antonio with a shocking diagnosis, a blood clot. Suddenly, the excitement surrounding Wembanyama's sophomore breakout turned into fear. Fear that his career could be cut short before it even began.
It wasn't just random fan paranoia either. Everyone's mind went straight to Chris Bosh, a player who went from perennial all-star to early retirement, all because of a similar health scare. Bosh had gone from playing in NBA Finals to sitting in press conferences fighting tears, explaining that life-threatening blood clots had ended his playing days. For Wemby, it wasn't just a basketball issue, it was life and death. And when those reports surfaced, the entire basketball world held its breath.
She is some likes world offer interactional stuff.
While the rest of the NBA was resting, Wemby was running barefoot up mountains, mastering Shaolin martial arts, throwing punches at wooden posts, practicing controlled breathing, and learning the ancient art of mental mastery. His daily life wasn't luxury, it was deliberate suffering. No phones, no distractions, just personal growth in its rawest form. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a personal evolution. And by the time he re-emerged, Victor wasn't the same player or the same man.
For reason, perspective, Arden stayed Orden average of the mastery are being list ended a revisionist spot world hard offer interactional stuff.
And the scariest part, before the injury, Victor was already on the verge of breaking the NBA. His numbers weren't just good, they were historic. In only his second season, Wemby was dropping 24 points per game, grabbing 11 rebounds, swatting 4 shots per game, and drilling threes like a guard. At just 21 years old, he was already leading the Defensive Player of the Year race, while casually becoming the 4th youngest player in history to score 50 points in a single game. Think about that, 4th youngest ever to drop a 50-burger. And he wasn't just putting up empty numbers, he was doing it with style. Step backs, fadeaways, chase down blocks, spin moves, all at 7'4". NBA defenses, they had no idea how to guard him. Double teams didn't work, switching was useless, fouling him sent him to the line where he shot 85%. It was like a cheat code, and the league had no patch update. But here's why everyone, even rival fans, found it impossible to root against him. Victor wasn't just putting up video game stats, he was humble. This wasn't some trash-talking, arrogant superstar. This was a guy who stayed after games to play horse with teenagers who were shooting alone on public courts. A player who introduced himself to kids like, "Hi, I'm Victor," like they didn't already know. When the Spurs drafted Dylan Harper, the son of a 5-time NBA champion, it wasn't the head coach who called him first. It was Victor. "Welcome to the team. Let's go get it." No cameras, no PR stunt, just genuine leadership. He was becoming the complete package, a once-in-a-lifetime player who carried himself like a humble veteran, not a 21-year-old phenom. That's why NBA legends like LeBron and Steph were calling him the future before he'd even made a playoff appearance. But here's the reality that slapped Spurs fans in the face last season. Raw talent wasn't translating into wins. The Spurs finished the season with a 24-29 record before Wemby got shut down. Every night, Wemby showed flashes of being the best player on the court. And every night, San Antonio fell short because in the NBA, we've seen this before. Talent gets you headlines, but it doesn't get you banners. Michael Jordan dropped 63 points in playoff games and still got swept. LeBron James won MVPs in Cleveland, but couldn't sniff a championship until Miami. Giannis was called the Greek Freak for years, but the Bucks still got sent home early every postseason until he figured it out. Every superstar learns the hard truth. Being great doesn't matter if your team isn't ready to win with you. But this offseason, everything changed. The Spurs stopped acting like a rebuilding team and started acting like a championship organization. First move, a blockbuster trade for De'Aaron Fox, an all-star, one of the fastest guards in the league, a proven closer who could run an offense, take late-game shots, and take pressure off Victor. Then there's Stephon Castle, the reigning Rookie of the Year who learned how to lead an offense while Wemby was out. Devin Vassell embraced his true role, sharpshooter and defensive wing, not a forced number 1 option. Dylan Harper came in with championship pedigree, ready to do the dirty work. Carter Bryant brought elite defensive pressure, making life hell for everyone from Cooper Flagg in Summer League to seasoned pros. The rebuild? Officially over. This isn't a team waiting for potential anymore. This is a team built to win now. And here's where things get spooky. Year 3 is the awakening season for the greats. Michael Jordan's Year 3? A scoring title, 37 points per game, carrying a broken team on his back. LeBron James's Year 3? MVP-level production, first playoff series win, and proof he wasn't just hype. Giannis's Year 3? First All-Star nod, rapid improvement, setting the stage for back-to-back MVPs. But Wemby? He's ahead of all of them. His rookie season already looked like Year 3 numbers. His sophomore season would have been Defensive Player of the Year if not for the injury. And now, entering his 3rd year, he's got experience, he's got teammates, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. Don't forget, while Wemby was training with Monks, he watched Chet Holmgren win a championship before him, his draft classmate, a fellow unicorn, hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. You think Wemby was happy for Chet? Maybe, but you better believe it fueled him. Victor's mission isn't just to bounce back, it's to dominate. He's coming for the MVP award, the Defensive Player of the Year, and more importantly, he's coming for playoff wins. This isn't just about proving he's good, it's about proving he's the best. And the scariest thing for the NBA, his body has healed, his game has evolved, and mentally, he's sharper than ever. And for the first time, it's not just Victor who's dangerous, it's the Spurs as a whole. The Fox-Wemby pick and roll is unguardable. Castle is turning into a two-way star who can slash, defend, and make plays. Vassell is a 40% three-point sniper. Bryan is clamping up the best scorers in the league. Harper brings toughness most rookies don't even understand. This Spurs roster is long, athletic, fast, and hungry, and for the first time since the Tim Duncan dynasty, they have a roster that can legitimately compete for a top playoff seed in the West. If you're a Western Conference team, the alarms are going off. The Warriors are aging. The Lakers are stuck in cap hell. The Clippers, we don't even know if they'll have both Kawhi and PG healthy by March. Phoenix is top-heavy. The Pelicans have injury concerns. Memphis is imploding. And suddenly, it's the Spurs who look like the young, athletic, hungry team no one wants to see in a playoff series. Wemby's back, better than ever. His squad is loaded. And history says when a generational talent enters his third season with a legit team around him, chaos follows. This isn't just a comeback season for Wemby. This is the start of something bigger, a chance to create the NBA's next great dynasty. Think about it. Duncan had Robinson. Wemby has Fox. Popovich built around defense, passing, and culture. This roster is doing the same, but with modern spacing and speed. The Spurs already showed they can draft well, develop talent, and now they're adding stars without sacrificing chemistry. The pieces are in place, the leader is locked in, and the window, it's not just opening, it's wide open for the next decade. Within shape and sign the concepts. So let's be real, this is the best news NBA fans could have ever hoped for. Wembanyama, healthy, motivated, with a real team around him, that's basketball heaven. But for every defender, coach, and front office executive in the league, this is the worst-case scenario. Because Victor Wembanyama isn't just back, he's activated, he's evolved, and he's coming for everyone's head. The excuses are gone. The blood clot is gone. The tanking phase is gone. And the next chapter, it's a massacre waiting to happen.